Beyonce, J.K. Rowling, Donald Trump and the Pope are among high-profile figures that are losing their verification tick from their Twitter accounts. Elon Musk's social media platform has begun purging the official check marks from users who have not paid for its subscription service. The tick was originally a way to protect well-known people from impersonation or misinformation, but now anyone can pay for it. 300,000 users had the tick under the original system. Joining us live now is Tech Guide editor Stephen Fenech. Stephen, great to be with you. We are seeing celebrities lose their blue tick Twitter verification. Why don't they want to pay for it?
Good morning, Gabby. Well, can you include me in that list as well? Am I a celebrity? I lost my blue tick as well as my Tech Guide account lost its blue tick as well. So I think, this is... I think it kind of defeats the purpose. What Elon Musk is trying to do is to obviously generate revenue here. He wants you to pay $13 a month for your blue tick. But originally, as you said, the blue tick was meant to identify you as who you were, like a celebrity, a journalist, someone in the media, and now anyone who's got $13 a month can now pay for that verification. Granted, they do have to prove who they are; they've got to provide identification, but this is just a cash grab from Elon Musk, because he did mention in an interview recently that he found he paid way too much for Twitter. I think it's $44 billion US. He said it was only worth about 22 billion. So he's trying to make up the slack here, and this is one way of doing it. The reaction I've seen on Twitter though is that people who had the blue tick and who now don't are not going to be paying for the blue tick. That's the general consensus I'm hearing.
Has the blue tick lost credibility, really, if anyone can just go out and purchase it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was originally awarded to you rather than you applying and paying for it. So it was like a money can't buy feature that identified you and gave you a little bit of status on the platform. But the fact now that anyone with $13 a month and a driver's license can now buy it, it really has devalued the blue tick significantly.
Should they bring in some other system to verify someone's identity?
Well, they have those already. That they do have I think the gold ticks for companies and grey ticks for government departments and various things like that. The Elon Musk will say that the idea behind this was to sort of try to weed out a lot of fake accounts and to try to verify that everyone on Twitter is a genuine user. Being able to verify your identity when you apply for a blue tick is another way of doing that, but anyone, like I said, anyone who can prove who they are and where they live, a blue tick now is going to be something that doesn't really stand you out from the crowd. It just shows that you're willing to pay some money per month.
Let's talk about SpaceX and its rocket Starship. It has exploded just minutes after taking off. Elon Musk is still calling it a success. What would you call it?
Yeah, it's been a busy day for Elon Musk, that's for sure. But look, I think that SpaceX is already talking this up as it wasn't meant to be the fully. I don't think they expected it to be a successful test. Remember, Spaceship was the largest rocket ever launched, so it was a long shot to begin with, and SpaceX naturally is calling it a success because they've learned from their failures. Is sort of how they see it. But you got to remember, this was a massive ship. The problem was that the spaceship and the booster weren't separating, and it was starting to circle out of control. And it was their decision to detonate the ship. They called it a rapid disassembly, I think they called it, rather than just an explosion. It was their decision to destroy the ship rather than making it endanger people. So they're saying, of course, that it was their choice to explode it. It didn't do that by itself, but they, like you said, they are calling this a success because there was a lot of learnings they took from this, and Elon Musk is already saying that in a few months we're going to see another one.
Yeah, that's right. So how do you think the next one will go?
Well, if the old saying, you learn from your mistakes, there's a lot to learn then from this one. You got to remember too, the previous SpaceX launches were unsuccessful as well. They did have a lot of failures in the past, and now those ships are now successful and flying regularly. So I think this is just a step in the evolution and of Starship, because this is the ship that they're hoping takes people to the moon and then onward to Mars. So it's important they've got to get it right. And I think it's going to take more than one try.
Well, what is your prediction? How far away are we from seeing people go to the moon and then to Mars?
Well, the early estimates were like about 2025 to see people back on the moon. So that's still a couple of years away. But these things take time, and it's not like you can just build a Starship in a day. It's a 40-story tall rocket. So it's no small thing. I'd say, well, look, we're still a few years away, as we were in previous SpaceX launches. It did take some time, but yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
before the end of the 20s, we'll have people on the moon and maybe even on the way to Mars.
Stephen Fenech, thanks so much for your time. Great to speak with you.